Remember on Saturday when we were on our way to dinner, and I was telling you about how I fell down a flight of stairs on Halloween and that I wasn't going to drink?
Yeah.
And then we got to the restaurant and I ordered a beer?
Yes.
Look where we are now.
So much for not drinking.
You know what? I can't die.
You can't fight who you are. It's just
I just can't die. I think I just can't die.
Never say never.
Oh, you're right. I'm going to just keep drinking then. Hi, welcome to Under the Bleachers. It's Tez Day. That's right, everyone's favorite day of the week, just a day of me. So today, I am drinking my favorite beer from New York, Brooklyn Lager. Now there's a weird story behind it, because I can't get this in California. I had it a few years ago when I was in New York for a conference, and I fell in love with it because it reminded me of like a New York version of Pabst. So since I can't get this in California, a friend of mine found out that she can get it. She lives in England, and she got it for me, and she brought it for me from England. So I am enjoying this beer from New York, courtesy of England. So thanks, England, and thanks, Claire. Yeah, just like I remember it from that basement bar with the bucket. Anyway.
New Yorkie.
New Yorkie. That's where I belong. So today we're going to talk about my a playlist of me. It's basically 10 songs that I feel are very
important.
Important. They are important to me. Yes, thank you, AJ. They are important to me. AJ made a joke when he proposed this that all of my songs were going to be incredibly emo because I tend to just listen to like a lot of emo music from like the mid 2000s, and he's not wrong. But I tried to not do that because then I don't want my mom to think that I'm like really upset about stuff. I just really enjoy sad songs sometimes, so I'm just gonna jump right in. So the first one is I'm gonna go with my favorite song of all time. This is "The Dream of Evan and Chan" by Dental. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. It's very sad. Think of if you're just gonna be, you know, like those weird indie movies where people just sit in the rain and they're just like crying, or like that episode of Friends. I think it's when Ross and Rachel are sitting in their windows crying about each other, and it's stupid because it's Ross and Rachel. That's what I think of when I hear this song, but not because I want to be sad and crying in the rain, just because it just reminds me of the rain, kind of. It's a very good song. I really think you should listen to it. Number 2 on my list is Animal by Mike Snow.
I change shapes just to hide in this place, but I'm still an animal.
I feel like a lot of the lyrics are very similar to me, which is pretty unfortunate for anyone who has ever wanted to date me, and I'm sorry for everyone who's ever wanted to date me. But basically, what like one of the lyrics is like, I change shape in this place just to hide, but I'm still an animal. It's true. I do. I think everybody does this, and anybody can relate to the song pretty much. Like you have one specific group of friends, and you're some type of way, and then you go with another group of friends, you're another type of way. It just tends to happen. Sometimes you adapt to the people you're around. So I think really anybody can relate to this song. I just relate to it for completely different reasons. Number 3, Movies by Alien Ant Farm. Yes, I knew you were gonna get it. Yes. So this song and album actually hold a very close place in my heart. I started listening to music like this, actually just music, at a very young age. So when this album dropped, I think I was like 11, and my mom let me buy it. And so this is the first CD I ever bought, was Alien Ant Farm. I think it's just a self-titled album. No, it's not.
I don't remember.
I
think it is self-titled.
I think it's self-titled. But
I also have this album.
People will recognize this album because it's the one where the smooth criminal cover,
AKA better than the original Michael Jackson one. Fight us. Fight.
Beef. Beef. Yeah, but Movies is it's a beautiful song. on that album. And every time I tell somebody that like one of my favorite songs is a Alien Ant Farm song, I get a weird look, and everyone's like, you just like Smooth Criminal, and it's like, no, I don't actually. Movies is where it's at. Number 4 on my list is That's All Right by Elvis Presley.
Well, that's alright, mama. That's alright for you. That's alright, mama. Just any way you do it.
I know, thrown way out of left field. I'm sorry that I confused you. Let me explain. So, growing up, a lot of the music I listened to was with my dad. I hung out with my dad a lot. I'm an only child. Didn't really have anybody else to hang out with. My mom was at work. My dad worked early mornings, so he would hang out with me like after school and stuff, make sure I did my homework and things. But he's a huge Elvis fan. And I distinctly remember being like, you know, maybe 5 or 6, him picking me up from school. We're going to like ice cream and movies or wherever, and we would just listen to this song. My dad would pick specific Elvis songs, and he would listen to them for like weeks on end, trying to memorize every single lyric. And I remember That's All Right would screw him up for some reason, because it's a very simple song. There's not that many lyrics to it. Get it together, father. But yeah, so That's All Right always reminds me of my dad, and I love my dad. So, yeah, my dad's great. Oh, shut up, Papa Tez. You're not special. So number 5 is Company Calls Epilogue by Death Cab for Cutie.
Synapse to synapse, the sneaky kids are attached. Beer cans to the bomber, so they could drop.
It comes off of the We Have the Facts and We're Voting Yes album. This album also holds a special place in my heart because it is the first Death Cab album. I just realized I'm wearing a Death Cab shirt. Yeah, I'm a freak and a fan. I've seen them way too many times to count. I will travel to the ends of the earth to see them. If they were playing one last show in like some hellhole somewhere, I would go to that hellhole. But anyway, Company Calls Epilogue has always been probably my favorite song by them. It's another very sad tune that's basically about a guy gets invited to his ex's wedding and he gets really drunk and like he steals the top of the cake, and it's like a whole debacle. But most of the song is about like not necessarily what if, but it's about like realizing that will never happen. And that's another thing where I feel like most people can relate to that. Like you've been with somebody or you've known, like even if it's just like a friend or whatever, and you want it to happen so badly, but it's never gonna happen. And then it takes that one moment and you get drunk and you do something stupid, like steal a cake topper. I would probably do that at some point. Number 6, Dance Yourself Clean by LCD Sound System. I'm not a dancer. I feel like you are my audience. I feel like you know this. I'm not a dancer. I don't dance. However, there are some songs that get me a little bit, where it's just kind of like a fun and funky mood, and LCD Sound System's Dance Yourself Clean is one of them. I think the first time I heard it was a couple of years ago. I was on a road trip with some friends, and we were on like a brewery crawl, and they played it, and I'm just in the backseat of the car, and I had quite a few beers that day, and I'm just like, whoa, what is this jam? What is this funky jam? It's so much freaking fun to dance to. It's a great song, and I think it's fun, it's energetic. It's one of the few songs that will kind of get me moving a little bit in my car. Anybody who's been in my car while I'm listening to it, they'll see me just kind of like wiggle. That's as much as you're gonna get, camera. That's it. Number 7 on my list is Helena by My Chemical Romance.
What's the worst thing I can say? Since I've been stay so long and good night.
Wow.
I had to. It's so good. I personally think 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is the perfect record. All the way through. Yeah,
that's a heavy.
A couple months ago, I made a couple months ago, I made a list of like my top 10 favorite records. 2 My Chemical Romance records are on them. Yeah, Helena's the first song on the album, and it's just a classic. You know, you listen to it and you're just like, you feel it. It reminds me of being the first time I heard the record. As soon as I heard that song, I knew I was in, and I knew that the whole record was going to be good, as long as it sounded somewhat similar to that or had like the same type of vibe. And it does. But Helena, I think, is one of my favorite songs on the entire thing. Every time I hear it, I don't get sad, but I get happy, but also a little sad, but it's great. My 8th song is A Perfect Sonnet by Bright Eyes. One of my favorite lyrics in the entire song is, I believe that lovers should be chained together. Bad weather, I think. I know the song, I swear to God. It is a very good song. It's very, like, I don't know, it's very heartfelt. You listen to it and you're just like, wow, yeah, people in love and stuff. I don't really know what that feels like, but I love that song. That's how I know how it feels, because I think I feel the same way about the song. Does that make sense? You're just shaking your head.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
You had 1 beer. So my number 9th song is Just Like Heaven by The Cure.
Show me how you do it, and I promise you, I promise that I'll run away with you.
It's another one kind of like the LCD Sound System song where for some reason I just start dancing to it. I don't know, it's a very classic Cure song. It's very good. It's like not overtly sad like Boys Don't Cry. I think I like it because it's more of like it has kind of like a, not necessarily slower, but like a mid-tempo beat. It's still, the lyrics are a little more upbeat for a Cure song. My 10th song is If You Really Love Nothing by Interpol. Ever since the single dropped, I've fallen in love with this song, and I listen to it weekly, sometimes daily, depending on the month. But it's such a fun jam, and like the music video is, I'm all about this Kristen Stewart comeback from Twilight. I really am. And Kristen Stewart stars in the music video, and the music video is just like, it's great. And it's basically just, the music video is her, there's some guy like chasing after her, and she's not into it, and she's just like, trying, like, teasing him a little bit and like running away, and like, I don't know, it's a great song, and I think everyone should listen to it. I think everyone should listen to that record. Give that record a chance. I would say I'd probably give this beer a 10 out of 10. I really like Brooklyn Lager. I have since I tasted it for the first time.
10 out of 10 Kristen Stewart's.
10 out of 10 Kristen Stewart's. 10 out of 10 wedding cake toppers like grabs. I really do feel like I would do that. So this has been Under the Bleachers, Tez Edition. Let me know if you want more of these. Let me know if you want less of these. You probably want less of these.
Boo, Tez Edition.
Boo, Tez Edition. I talked too fast and I'm sorry. Okay, bye. Oh, I'll chug this beer for you. Okay, I'll do that. People like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To you, audience.
Beef. No. Chug.
Let me know if you want more of that on camera. I can do that. I can do that.